Today, let's talk about your manifestation blind point. What is it and how you can use this 2,600-year-old secret to identify it, overcome it, and eventually manifest your dream life. So stay with me. Welcome back to Choosing Gratitude. I'm Karen from ChoosingGratitude.net, and this channel is all about helping you manifest your dream life. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for watching, and if you're not, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's manifest our dream lives together by choosing gratitude. Last week, I posted a video about this 2,600-year-old secret that works 100 times more powerfully than the book Secret. And I'll put a link up there. In that video, I talked about this 2,600-year-old wisdom that the Buddha told that I believe is really the key to help you make the law of attraction deliver what you want to you. And the law of attraction works anyway, okay? A lot of people think that, oh, the law of attraction works for him or her, they don't work for me. That's not true, because the law is consistent everywhere in the universe, but you could block the law. You could block it from delivering what you want to you. Just like, when somebody sends you a package, you can either receive it or you can return to sender, block it. A lot of us unknowingly do that, and I noticed that through my experience of working with different clients. I noticed that, different blocks works differently with different people, and everything, interestingly, can boil down to the 3 poisons that the Buddha told. We mentioned all of that in the previous video up there. But today we want to talk about the manifestations of these 3 poisons and how these 3 poisons can manifest into your manifestation blind point. And these blind points are definitely not mentioned in the book Secret. And that's why, when you follow the book Secret, a lot of times it just doesn't work for you, or it doesn't bring the desired results, simply because, the book is missing these blind spots. And we want to address these and help you really become aware of your energy and how you're manifesting, okay? Let's talk about what exactly is a blind spot. You know what a blind spot is, right? When you're driving, there are spots around you where you just can't see, even though there could be a car there. You can't see it unless you turn your head, right? And if you don't see it, guess what? When you make a turn, there's a car in your blind spot, there's a disaster, right? So it's exactly the same way with your day-to-day manifestation of your life, or let's say deliberate manifestation of your life, because you are manifesting anyway, whether you realize it or you don't realize it. However, what we're teaching here, we're trying to practice here, is about deliberately manifest your life, right? You want to manifest what you want. You want to manifest what's in alignment with your soul. Last week, we talked about eliminating the 3 poisons from your consciousness. What are the 3 poisons? If you remember, let me know in the comment down below. That's greed, hatred, and ignorance. Of course, there are many different ways to translate these energies. So today, I want to show you how exactly these 3 poisons manifest into your blind spots and how we can overcome it. First, let's look at the 3 poisons that the Buddha mentioned. And these are the frictions of the ego that you want to remove from your consciousness, right? And actually, originally, when the Buddha taught this, he said that there were 5 poisons of the mind. The 3 that we talked about last week are the core poisons, or we call them core negative energy patterns. And the other 2 are actually a product of those 3 core energy patterns. So let's look at the 3 first, the 3 that we already talked about. They are greed, hatred, and ignorance. I don't want you to be so attached to the actual words, okay? I want you to feel the kind of energy. These are the basic toxic energy that our egos tend to have. And when you combine greed with ignorance, what you get arrogance. or some people call it pride. I prefer the word arrogance because this is something that we see in a lot of people. They think that they radiate self-confidence. They think that arrogance equals to self-confidence. And a lot of people are trying to practice to have more self-love because they want to look arrogant, okay? Remember, this is really, really tricky. When you are greedy about your desire, when you have too much attachment, you don't believe that you are the source of your desire. You basically let go of your true self and you go after something that is less than yourself. That is greed, right? And you combine that with ignorance. You deny the oneness of universe. You deny that you and others are one. Guess what happens? Then you may seem to be super confident. You may seem to be super capable, but you look down on others. You treat others badly. You think in your mind that you're better than others. This might be a temporary relief of extreme fear or disbelief of yourself. This is actually the other side of the coin. This is just the manifestation that you are not 100% loving and honoring yourself. Because when you're 100% honoring the true self, you will know that you and others are one, right? When you and others are one, there is no way that you're better than others. You're just as great as everyone else, and everyone else is just as divine as you are. So you need to develop a true sense of self-value, self-worth, where you truly honor yourself and you also truly honor everybody else. Only from that place you can become a true manifestation master. That's why there are a lot of stories in Buddhism about how arrogant people always end really badly. So be very, very careful, because I see this tendency in so many people, but they're not aware of it. And if you think that you're better than others, but you're not getting as much as others, think again. In my opinion, the energy of arrogance really comes from a false perception of self. Here by self, I don't mean your egoistic self. I mean your true self, your higher self. Do you even know how amazing you are? And the Buddha called this self the Buddha nature. Do you know that you are the universe? That's how big you are. And if you don't have the right perception of yourself, guess what? Your mind is going to create the greed and ignorance, and combining these two together, you have an arrogant mind, and that is going to slow down your manifestation. That's really going to program your life for an ultimate failure of manifestation, okay? So be very careful of this blind spot. The next one is when you combine greed and hatred, guess what you get? You get jealousy. Why is that? So when you are super attached to your desire, you don't truly understand how amazing you are, that you already are what you want. And then, you resent things that you perceive as not wanted. And what ends up happening is that you are going to be jealous of people who have it, right? The energy of arrogance says, I'm better than you. And jealousy is what? You have what I want. That's not right. And this is also a wrong perception. This is the wrong perception of what? It's a false perception of the universe. Right? So when you don't understand that the universe is a benevolent place, the universe has unlimited resources to satisfy everybody. When you truly understand that you and others are one, that when they have something, that means that you have it too. That simply means that you can have it too. It's just everybody has different timing, right? When you truly understand that, then you understand the true nature of the universe. So 2,600 years ago, the Buddha taught all of this. A lot of people think that Buddhism is a nihilism. Buddhism taught how to get rid of your desires, and that's a wrong understanding, because the Buddha never taught you to get rid of your desires. The Buddha taught you need to get rid of the attachment to your desires. Your soul does not desire from attachment and hatred, okay? So the Buddha really is teaching you the right perception of the universe and the right perception of your true self. And actually, the universe and you are one. It's a total oneness, and that is what the Buddha was teaching 2,600 years ago, and that is something that the book Secret doesn't talk about. You see, when you don't have the right view of yourself, when you don't have the right view of the universe, how can you manifest in this universe if you don't know what it is all about, if you don't truly understand it? You know, life is way more than that money, that dream job, that dream partner. You know, it's not about all that, even though these things are here to teach you how to manifest, how to be a deliberate manifester. And that's what the Buddha wants to teach you. And that's what my channel is all about. It's about becoming free from the limitations of your mind and truly manifest your life out of that freedom, out of that joy, out of that fulfillment, because you deserve it, because you know what? You and the universe are one, okay? So in a sense, eliminating these 5 poisons of mind really means having the right perception of you and the universe. And how do you cultivate that? The Buddha has a solution for you. He said that the key to everything is not visualization of what you want, is compassion. Okay? What does compassion mean? Compassion is the right view of you and the right view of the universe. Compassion is free from attachment. Compassion is free from ego. So when others are suffering, help them. Okay? When you are suffering, help yourself. Compassion doesn't just mean having compassion toward others. It also means having compassion toward yourself. Because you know what? You and others are one. Don't harm either one of them. So that's what the Buddha is ultimately teaching. And this is really what manifesting your dream life is all about. Your dream life is not just a life full of richness of the world, full of money. Your dream life is a compassionate life, a life of love and joy and gratitude, and these things will produce all the richness for you. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video.